Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kiribis and it's the start of a new series called Lost in the Shuffle. If something or someone gets lost in the shuffle, that thing or that person does not get the attention they deserve. I'm thinking about that expression in a different way in this instance. When I work with my tarot cards, I get lost in the shuffle in a good way. I'm engaged on so many levels simultaneously. Physically, tactily, working with the cards, engaging with the images, color, perception, emotional feeling, my own higher power. Everything's engaged and working together, and I can very easily lose track of time when I'm working with my tarot. That is how I mean lost in the shuffle. Today we're going to get lost in the shuffle by exploring the Folkloric Forest Tarot. I have the first edition that came out last year in 2024. There have been a few videos about this deck. I have not watched them because I did not want to be influenced. And hopefully the presentation here with you today, we're going to explore the cards together and do a visual compare and contrast to the original Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Hopefully this will be a fresh take on the Folkloric Forest Tarot by Lennox Reese. If you are a lover of nature, if you love trees, the forest, the darkness of the woods like I do, it's my favorite environment, then you may really enjoy this beautiful, artful, thoughtfully produced deck. This is a deck that began only as a single copy for the creator. It's a deck that embraces the earth element, the natural environmental surroundings. We have some influence from Finnish and Northern European folklore, mythology, and magic. Each card features an antique painting from the public domain. This is not AI. And once the creator selected a painting, they used the Photoshop program to work with it. Sometimes the creator might move an image over to create a better composition or remove something in the surrounding image matter to make the composition have a stronger or better focus. Sometimes the creator would remove flaws or make color adjustments, but we're working with antique paintings that are in the public domain. So think about that creative process. The creator of this deck really had to look through probably hundreds of paintings and make deep-seated decisions about particular elements that could be used. So this is a very, very thoughtfully created deck that probably took an enormous amount of planning and effort and thoughtfulness. The box is beautiful. It's a tuck box. It's got a satin matte finish, well, a linen finish, and it's very smooth and beautiful to the touch. Very smooth and beautiful to the touch. In the back it says, venture into the forest inspired by Finnish and Northern European folklore and mythology, brought to life through curated antique fine art to enhance world building and elevate spreads. This is an earthy perspective. Now to the cards. We're looking at the backs at the moment. These are standard tarot size cards, so 2.75 inches in width, 4.75 inches in height. The Folkloric Forest Tarot is printed on German black core paper. It has a matte coating with a linen finish. Again, the cards feel wonderful, and so does the box. There is gold foiling on the front and the back, and the edges are colored in a forest green matte. The cards follow the Rider-Waite-Smith system with name changes to some majors and suit titles, so be on the lookout for that. The minors feature the suit emblem at the top instead of Roman numerals, like the majors. So look out for renamings. We've got a fire suit is wands, the water suit is cups, the air suit is swords, and the earth suit is pentacles. So let's turn these around and look at our Fool. You can see the gold around the edges and the word the Fool in the gold. The artist here has chosen to focus on the knapsack and the feather. Consider chance, limitlessness, bravery. The Magician. The artist is focusing on the interior environment that a magician might have within a forest dwelling. Dusty bottles. The High Priestess becomes the Seer. The Empress becomes the Maiden. The Emperor becomes the Guardian. The Hierophant becomes the Elder. The Lovers. I particularly like this card. We have a flowering plant floating on the water of a creek or a stream deep in the forest. The Chariot is re-envisioned as two wild horses in the forest. Strength is a hag riding a goat, their broom to the sabbat. This is an exceptional choice. Moving on to the Hermit. Again, the focus here is on the environment that the hermit might actually inhabit within the folkloric forest. Books, papers, lantern, skull, perhaps the suggestion of a desk or table underneath. Then the lantern is not lit yet, but we know when the hermit returns, it will be. The Wheel of Fortune becomes the wheel. This is a very nature-oriented card, and it's delightful. Justice, we are focusing on the tools and instruments on the swords. The Hanged Man becomes sacrifice, in the form of a bird whose position on the book mimics the position of the traditional Hanged Man in the RWS deck. Death is a bear. I'm sorry, Death is a dog. Lamenting his master's demise at the gravesite. Dogs have been known to know the burial places of their masters. This is an especially poignant choice. Temperance brings us into the autumnal woods, one of my favorite times of the year. There's no figure, but we do have the suggestion of water moving through the woods in the autumn. Intermingling, adaptation, coordination, all things that come to mind. The Devil, we have a striking choice here of two red-eyed owls with their vermin in their beaks. The mouses have been caught and they will be eaten. The Tower is a tree that has been shattered in the night during a lightning storm. It's very moving and very darkly beautiful. The Star is another very autumnal image here. Rejuvenation, serenity, wish fulfillment. The Moon card is one that I especially like. I love the moon, and I don't always love the moon card in a tarot deck. This card is deeply stirring. It is the action of the illuminated moonlight in the dark forest night. I love it. The sun. Empowerment. Rebirth with the sun. Judgment. We do have two dark, spirit-like figures in the deep of the forest. It's a very shadowy rendition. And the world has been simplified to a beautiful, round, fecund peach. It's quite lovely. The distillation of the fullness of the world card into this image of the peach resting on the stone plinth. It looks like it's backlit. All right, now we will get into the minors, starting with the Ace of Fire, as this is called in the Folkloric Forest Tarot. But you can definitely see the strength of line in the broken tree, which mimics the original. Two of Fire. Again, we're in an interior environment. Three of Fire. Three wild boars with no doubt a very fiery temperament. Our Four of Fire. Two campers are huddled around their fire in the forest at night with the moon shining through the trees. Our Five of Fire is a bear who looks like they are being irritated by a swarm of bees. Six of Fire. Again, we find ourselves in an interior environment. Seven of Fire. Dogs. The Eight of Fire. The movement is definitely captured. Nine of Fire, we have a very fiery snake. Ten of Fire, bees. The Page of Fire, lovely choice. Knight of Fire. Queen of Wands becomes our Queen of Fire. Of course, the feline element has been picked up and amplified. King of Wands, King of Fire in all its magnificent glory. And now on to the cup and water suit. Beginning with the ace. Again, we're in an interior environment. Two of water. Three of water. Four of water. There is a figure here by the creek, or stream within the dark forest. Five of water. Really working with the dark color theme here. Our six of water. Seven of water. Eight of water. Nine of water. Oh, whoops. No, that is nine of water. It is. Notice the cup emblem at the top instead of the Roman numerals. The 10 of water. Cattle. Going to the watering hole for their drink, their long drink of water. Our page of water. Our knight of water is a dappled steed facing in the opposite direction as the original RWS horse. Queen of Cups becomes Queen of Water. We have a beautiful, magnificent duck matriarch. King of Cups, the mallard, King of Water. Very colorful male. Now we're into the suit of air with our ace of air, and we're back to an interior, very literary environment here with a lot of paper and quill. Our two of air. Our three of air. You can really feel the emotion 4 of air. I'm especially fond of rabbits and hares, and the texture of the rabbit fur in this image choice is just lush. It looks velvety. Five of air. Six of air. Seven of air. Eight of air. Nine of air.